Are you a man? Are you a real man? Are you a real wheel gun man? Or are you just one of the many pretenders out there? Guys, I want to make a little fun video because depending on which of my videos you've seen or which comments and takes about capacity needed you've seen, I'm either the Revolver guy because my Revolver content does really good, or I'm anti-Revolver. So what is a fake wheel gun guy? A fake wheel gun guy is a guy who carries a J-frame all the time in his pocket and thinks 5 is just enough, even though it's the hardest to shoot platform, the shortest sight radius, the narrowest tunnel, no good sights, heavy-ass trigger in the lightest possible platform. With 1 7/8 inch barrel, so most hollow points won't expand through clothing, and all that. That is a fake wheel gun guy. That's what all you guys are. You fake, lazy, J-frame pocket carrying. It'll be enough because I'm psychic. It'll only be one attacker at only 3 yards, and I'll obviously have 100% hit ratio. Well, let me show you what a real wheel gun guy looks like. A real wheel gun guy has awesome t-shirts like this. And then he's carrying something like this. A 3-inch 7-shot 357 Magnum. That's what a real wheel gun guy looks at. Maybe that's not what he's carrying. Maybe he's a little more woodsy, a little more crafty. He's got a GP100 Taylor Edition 3-inch 7-shot 357 Magnum. Not 5-shot little itty bitty 38 specials. If I'm going to go low capacity, 7's a heck of a lot better than 5, because you got to always be prepared for at least 3 attackers and have one to cover your butt. 7 is a lot better than 5, and ballistically, obviously, a 3-inch heavy 357 Magnum, where you can actually use Magnum power loads, is going to be a lot more effective. Maybe you're a little more classic than that, and you got a K38 pre-model 15. Now, I'm only 6 shots. So, what I'm talking about here is you got to divide your revolvers into 3 categories. Under 20 ounces, under 30 ounces, or over 30 ounces full-size revolvers. There's a big difference between once you get up into like the 27 ounce Rossi RP63, Colt King Cobra, K6S 3-inch, Diamondback STR 357, 3-inch, not 2, to actually get something out of 357. And even then, in the 27 ounce, you need a medium Magnum, is which I found out. You can't go to full Magnums until you get to something like this, a Taurus 692 multi-caliber revolver. But if you want to be a real wheel gun guy, that means wintertime you carry something like this. Summertime, warmer time, you carry like those 27 ounce minimum 6-shot revolvers. Okay, that's a big difference. But it's not about that. It's when, in case I go click, 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 and there's multiple attackers or one guy, because you only hit about 20% of your shots on the DGU, you gotta have an immediate backup. Here is my Bond Arm Stinger in 38 special. This is actually a Fireball, Stinger Fireball in 38 special. This is an aluminum frame with wad cutters. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't need expansion that you're probably not to get, so copper plated wad cutters for this bad boy. Oh, that's just a toy. No, it's not a toy. This is by far faster to get into play if I need it. I move offline, try to find cover if I go click, click, and then I draw that instead of, and I'm not saying don't carry it, the slow strip, the talisman, it's gonna take you forever and a day in that 4 to 8 second gunfight, and you think your, 15-second reload is gonna be okay? Your 15-second reload, party's over, pal. Nice little talisman. I'm not saying don't carry it. You carry it just in case they come back, okay? But much better than that. Besides that, would be carrying the Derringer, this Bond Arm Stinger in 38 special. So all you wheel gun guys, carry this. I will have full videos and range videos and all kinds of stuff, how to run these appropriately, so it's not just a toy or range toy right away. Or the other option is in your pocket or a co-pocket, carry that lightweight snub, like this Taurus 856 ultralight with an excellent access night sight. Now I'm a real wheel gun guy, because the capacity issue is kind of taken out of play. Now, that's 2 to 4 seconds to pull off that New York reload, unless you're like prepared for it in a cross-draw holster and all that. Look at me doing it. I'm about 2.5 seconds, maybe 3 if it's hot, and depending on what pocket holster and your clothes. Look at Greg from LIONQUEST Fitness, his recent video. So today, and this might air way in the future, today I'm making a video rebuttal to his, are you undergunned with 5 shots? Well, I say absolutely, you may very well be undergunned with 5 shots, because 1 to 5 is typical, the most typical. 6 to 11 is very common, and 12 or more is kind of an outlier, based on the best statistics I can find. There's a lot of 13 shots in Brazil mostly, but that's because the G2C is the most popular, 12 plus 1, and Brazilians are hot-headed and they shoot 2 when the guys are already way down the street and endanger innocence. They're not as necessary. They're not legally very good. Okay, most of the ones that I've seen. I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to carry a 21 round blaster if you want. That's fine. I'm saying if you carry a revolver, carry a real revolver where you're more likely to make hits. Don't tell me in a 33 ounce K frame versus your little 15 or less ounce J frame, which one am I going to be more likely to make critically anatomical structure hits and not a hit down here and a miss? And like an FBI load will friggin' expand and do awesome from a 4-inch. It's so from a 3-inch, and it's really not very good from a 2-inch or worse, A1 and 7/8 inch. Okay, how else to be a real wheel gun man? That means a revolver and at least a Derringer or a lightweight snub as your New York reload, and then some kind of fixed blade. I usually don't carry a fixed blade. Why? Because I carry like a macro 15 plus 1s kind of thing and plus 6 of that. So I don't want to look horrible if it goes to a jury. Okay, but with a revolver, yeah, I kind of look like a, hey man, I'm older, I'm a Mr. Revolver guy, and I'm not looking for trouble, and I'm outdoorsy type. Well, then maybe the fixed blade. Okay, so if you had a 7-shot 3-inch 357 Magnum, and you got the 2-inch Derringer right away, and man, oh my God, dirty, get down, you got a fixed blade. Okay, I don't usually like fixed blades. Why? Because I think carrying a backup gun is more important than a fixed blade. Okay, and you can have a folder and it doesn't look as bad. Reloads. If you're going to be a real wheel gun guy, at least in the winter, then you can carry something like, it's hard framing, guys. So I got my split 6 and I got one from Don Hume. The split 6 hides it better. Okay, and then you got your, I think I dumped my rounds. And then you got your reload with HKS on the right side of the body. So you can do my Paul Harrell style reload, which I almost do, even if I don't plan on it, because that's my muscle memory, neural pathways, to the twist right to dump the rounds. On the left side, if you want to keep the revolver in your primary hand, clear and empty. If you want to keep the revolver in your primary hand, meaning click here, push the cylinder out, keep primary control, open up on the left side. That's why these are good, because they twist to the left. So if you're going to keep in your primary hand, like everyone does with an auto pistol, we don't swap over, and then here, and then twist left with the 5-star speed loaders. Okay, these are great. I think this is better if you're going to use the left-hand method. HKS, twisting to the right, maybe is better on the right-hand method, and certainly they're a lot faster than a slow strip. But if you're going to carry a bigger revolver in the winter and be a real wheel gun man, that is the way to do it. Okay? That is the way to do it. I got a speed loader and a speed strip, but more importantly, I have the Derringer or a lightweight snub as my backup gun. And why the backup gun? Because I can't do this and brandish in every situation. Some situation, hey dude, don't make me, back the fuck away from me, you know, is something else. Hey man, keep your distance please. This is another thing. I'm not brandishing, but I am ready for that prep to draw. Okay? So, also the Derringer, look, this is actually fast because I have these LAPG, LA Police Gear like concealment pants. I got the dark ones, so your pocket holsters aren't going to print as much, because ASP recommended. I'm like, you know what, those actually look good. I also keep the slow strip talisman in this extra pocket. They have extra pockets between the front and the back here for my slow strip talisman, but the lighter pocket is actually extra wide on these jeans to fit your Derringer. Now, this is half the width and half the weight of the typical frame Derringers. So my recommendation, if you're a wheel gun guy, get a Stinger or the aluminum frame Stinger Fireball, 38 Special, plated wad cutters, you're good to go. The velocity doesn't matter from a plated wad cutter that much. It's still going to go deep and do what you need to do. So I got videos coming up on that. So that's like the way to really carry a revolver and say you're a revolver guy, not friggin' just saying your J-frame, your 5 shots is enough. Anyway, guys, please thumbs up, share, subscribe. I'll catch you on the flip side. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think about this one. Are you a real wheel gun guy, or are you a pretender thinking you automatically have a 100% hit ratio and a less than 2-second draw from your pocket, and this magically those bullets will expand and all that? Okay, be real, people. Be a real wheel gun man. Yeah.